guys, so today I wanted to kind of, well, not really rant, but just talk about something. So, I am still a teenager, and one thing that I see a lot around me is teenagers that have problems with confidence, and obviously, I don't really have that big of a problem with confidence anymore. Like, I kind of went through, figured out some things in my life, and realized that there's no reason for me to be afraid. And so I want to talk about confidence and courage. And courage is where it all starts. Because when you have courage, you do something even though you're afraid of it, and then from that you'll gain confidence. And confidence is knowing that your fears are irrational and crazy, and you can do whatever you want, and you're gonna be fine. Well, not anything you want, but pretty much anything you want. Like, you don't have to wear what people tell you to wear. You don't have to, like, do your makeup the way people tell you to do your makeup. You don't have to cut your hair to a certain length just because somebody doesn't like it. And one thing I saw, well, there was one particular girl that she has huge insecurities, and her biggest problem is just how other people perceive her. And she said that she's constantly aware of that, and she's constantly trying to make people like her better. And so she acts a certain way, and she dresses a certain way, and if somebody says something as simple as, "Why are you wearing those shoes?" she never wears them again. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous, because for me, I've spent so much time with me that I know that I am okay the way I am. And I know that even if I tried to change, there's going to be somebody out there that doesn't like me for whatever reason. And, like, one quote that just popped into my head was, "You can be the best peach, the best, juiciest peach, and somebody will not like peaches." And that's absolutely true in life. And that's something you have to come to learn and accept. And a lot of having confidence as a person, and a lot of just learning how to be you, is learning to love yourself. You really have to spend a lot of time with you and get to know you. Act like it's this person that you really want to get to know, this person that really intrigues you. That's how you should see yourself. And spend time with you. Talk to yourself. I have literally, since I was a child, I will sit in the mirror and have full-on conversations with myself, because there were things I didn't understand. There were things that I needed to work through. So I did that. I sat with myself and I worked through those things, and I figured it out. And I did a lot of that by talking. I talked to myself. And I know that sounds crazy. I'm not telling you to, like, walk down Main Street talking to yourself out loud. I'm talking about sitting in a quiet place by yourself and just going through situations in your head. Think about how a certain situation went wrong, how it could have gone better. Think about what you would do in different situations. You know, talk to yourself like you're somebody that you don't know. Like, ask yourself questions. Be like, "So, what do you think about the weather?" Obviously not something that simple, but, like, ask yourself things, talk to yourself, learn more about you, and learn to love yourself, because you're much more amazing than you can possibly understand just from glimpsing at yourself in the mirror every day. You need to actually sit down with yourself and talk to yourself, because if you don't, you're not going to understand yourself. You're going to feel like you're out of place and feel uncomfortable. And I think that's the problem that a lot of teenagers have, is it's not just that they're changing and becoming a new person, it's that they have never taken the time to get to know themselves, so they don't know who they are, and they don't know who they're becoming. And so they're stuck in this middle ground, and they are so lost and confused. And that's why I think it is so important to learn more about yourself, because once you do that, you have a better understanding of where you're at. And you come to realize that things aren't that scary, and you can just, like, it's so hard to explain sometimes, but you kind of just start to know, like, this is okay, this maybe is a bad idea, maybe I should do this first, and you kind of start to have better relationships with other people, and the more time you spend with yourself, the more outgoing you start to become. There are people that they couldn't stand public school, so they started being homeschooled, and they barely knew anybody. Alright, sorry for the interruption, guys. My mom wanted to talk to me real quick, but anyway, continuing on with where I was. Let's see, I was right, learning to love yourself, getting to know yourself, and that honestly has helped me so much. And there are people that they can't stand like public situations, and so they leave public school and they get homeschooled, and they find themselves becoming more and more confident, more and more open, more outgoing, and that's something that I think we all want to achieve. Like, we all want to be able to go up to somebody that we barely know, or maybe don't know at all, and at least give them a compliment. And I think that spending time with you and getting to know yourself is so important to being able to take that next step of getting to know others. Because if you don't understand you, how are you going to understand somebody else in any way? You need to spend time with you, and you need to understand you before you can truly understand other people. And like, I really just think that that's the most important thing that you can do for yourself, for your confidence, and for other people. Because if you can't understand yourself and other people, how are you going to help other people? How are you going to help the people that you really care about? Like, if you don't understand. So, and that's really the bulk of my kind of rant thing. Just, you learn to love yourself, and you'll learn how to be more courageous. Until next time, I love you guys.